This is the Driftball arena. So much happens within these walls. The movement, the control, the shots, and the plays. It all starts the moment you step inside. In today's video, I'll be showcasing the pinnacle of Driftball, breaking down these moments of mastery and teaching you how you can achieve your own version of Driftball greatness. Sweet Tooth pushes the ball forward, expertly freeing it from the corner, with 2 players on his tail and the last defender on the mound. He sees his chance. With a smooth flick of the wrist, the ball soars through the air, heading straight for the goal. Nadash makes a desperate attempt to get back, but it's too late. The ball lands in the net, securing the point. This is the perfect example of shooting. Not only was the shot itself flawless, but the decision to take it was spot on. However, there's much more to shooting than what we just saw. Shooting is a multifaceted skill that goes far beyond simple scoring. It encompasses everything from making the right pass to your teammate to placing the ball in the back of your opponent's net. However, a skilled shooter's mindset isn't focused on trying to hit a long-range shot or even execute insane passes, but rather the ability to get the ball to anywhere from anywhere. Master that, and you'll be able to effortlessly land all of the long shots and passes you desire. But how do you do that? Begin with your arm extended outward, palm facing up. Gradually wind your arm and wrist back. As your arm reaches above your head, your wrist should be pulled back. From this position, execute a sharp, downwards cut, slicing through the air with a flick at the end. To practice this motion, pull your hardball out and drop it to the floor so it becomes big. From here, lift it up onto your hand. With your other hand touching the floor, hit off the ground, lifting you and the ball up. This creates the perfect situation to execute the arm motion, launching the ball forward. This throwing technique is commonly known as the windmill arm shot. It's a technique I highly recommend, as it provides the best combination of power and accuracy. However, it's important to diversify your shot techniques. You may have noticed that Sweet Tooth didn't use this method, likely because the ball was on the ground, making the windmill shot ineffective. Instead, he opted for a different technique better suited for the situation. This raises the question, what's the best way to master a variety of shot techniques? Believe it or not, golf offers a surprising answer. When you spawn the ball, it rests on the tee, requiring an underhand hit. Each hole challenges a different skill. Some have long distances to cover, while others demand precision to clear tough angles. After playing a few rounds of concentrated golf, you'll find that when you return to Driftball, your ability to land long shots and pull off insane passes, all while using a diversity of shot techniques, has improved immensely. Now, with the ball at the top, quickly dashes to the side. Mozzie tackles him, knocking him off the bridge. The ball rolls forward. He reaches forward, gaining possession. He surges forward, across the bridge. He pops off while skillfully carrying the ball in the air before landing on the platform, maintaining perfect control. Without missing a beat, he springs back up, landing on the bridge, freezing, then extending his arm out, halting the ball before pulling it back and pushing off, racing towards the goal. Ball control is all about efficiently moving the ball from point A to point B. Mastering this skill is the key to becoming a true expert of ball control. But how do you go about achieving this level of mastery? To begin, it's essential to understand how to properly carry the ball. Start by extending your hand out towards the ball. As your hand makes contact with the ball, it will naturally come with you. To enhance control, you can position one hand in the air, carrying the ball, while the other hand paddles along the floor. To secure the ball in place, cradle it between your hand and your head, ensuring stability. Mastering the technique of carrying the ball forms the foundation of effective ball control. The next step is mastering the ability to change directions. To achieve this, you first need to halt the ball's momentum, then quickly redirect it, giving it a fresh burst of speed and direction. To practice combining these skills, head to a soccer field. These fields are ideal because they offer plenty of open space. Start by taking out your hardball and start weaving back and forth, imagining cones laid out on the ground that you're maneuvering around. Once you're comfortable with that, challenge yourself by stopping the ball with your hand, catching it, then turning and continuing the drill in a new direction. This explains control when on the ground or flat surfaces like the bridges and nest. But what about when you're airborne? How can you become a master of air control? Head to the base of the ramp near King's Court. Air control is all about maintaining balance while guiding the ball with your hands, boosting forward, and keeping your wrists aimed at your target. Spawn your heart ball and get your hands underneath it. Then begin boosting upward, aiming for the top. If the heart ball drops out, pay attention to how it drops out, and adjust your hand placement to cover the spot, preventing it from happening again. Once you feel comfortable with both hands, try using just one. When you're able to comfortably boost up the ramp with the ball in one hand, you're well on your way to becoming an air control expert. Sweet Tooth launches off the platform, clutching the ball tightly in his grasp. As he falls, he keeps control, extending out his arm as he carves off the wall before dropping smoothly to the floor and paddling forward. Orion Drift's movement system is deep and dynamic. What we just saw is a great example of carving, but there's much more to explore beyond a simple wall carve. At the core of Orion Drift's movement is paddling, the fundamental technique of propelling yourself forward by slapping against the ground. Effective paddling involves long, controlled strides in a single direction, maximizing both speed and efficiency. To improve your paddling, try this figure 8 drill. Start in one corner of the arena, paddle forward over the mound in the center, cross to the opposite side and paddle over the mound again. Repeat this pattern, forming a smooth figure 8 route. After mastering paddling, you can move on to the most exciting aspect of Orion Drift's movement, carving. Let's dive into it. There are 3 types of carving: floor, wall, and ceiling. To get a feel for floor carving, start by paddling forward, then press your hand into the floor and rotate it. This motion will initiate a floor carve. Once you're comfortable with the basic technique, try building up speed and performing a larger carve. Aim to turn all the way around in a smooth 360-degree motion. Mastering floor carving allows you to maintain momentum while moving at high speeds. For example, if you're heading straight for a wall, you can carve to smoothly redirect yourself without losing speed, keeping you in the flow of the game. Floor carving is the easiest type of carving. Now let's take it up a notch and dive into wall carving. To practice wall carving, head to the edge of the soccer fields, above scrap room, in between the parkour district. These angled walls are ideal for learning the technique, as they make it much easier to initiate the carve compared to a completely vertical surface. Start by jumping down from the path with your arm extended out. As your wrist makes contact with the wall, gradually move it upward while trying to match your speed. Once you feel the motion click, try applying the same technique on one of the flat walls at the edge of the parkour district. Practice makes perfect is the name of the game here. Consistent practice is key. Keep at it, and soon it will become second nature to you. Ceiling carving is one of the most challenging techniques, but it also offers the greatest amount of potential. Fortunately, there's a perfect place to practice. Head to the parkour district, past the tunnel, through the doors. After dropping down, you'll find a flat surface near the ground. This spot is specifically designed for drifters to learn and refine their ceiling carves. When it comes to ceiling carving, wrist positioning is flexible. I personally carve with my hand vertical, but many players succeed with their palm up or even down. The key is to push off the ground, maximizing forward momentum, but also generating some upward momentum. Then reach for the ceiling and start turning to initiate the carve. Once you're comfortable with the basics, take your skills to the Driftball arena. From the top bridge, jump off with one hand pointed upwards, boosting. Think of this like training wheels. As you boost, start carving with your other hand. The extra momentum makes it much easier to initiate and keep the carve. With enough practice and confidence, you'll be able to execute ceiling carves without relying on the boost at all. Keep refining your techniques, and soon you'll become a carving pro. With these basic skills mastered, you'll be able to tap into the unlimited potential that the Driftball arena offers. Here, movement, control, and precision merge into perfect harmony. Every shot, pass, and carve tells a story of skill and mastery. Now it's up to you to tell your own story of Driftball excellence.